What's the worst thing your boss has ever done to you?
I'm just gonna rapid fire this because there is so much.
I'm prepared.
She yelled at me for taking my birthday off when she takes a week off for her birthday every year. She told me I didn't have anxiety, I just lacked confidence. Texted me at 2 o'clock in the morning to come into work the following morning and not clock in. I had to send her a picture of what I was wearing every morning to make sure it was professional. She cut my hours down to about 10 hours a week, threatened to fire me at the end of the year, and then told me to get a second job because I couldn't afford my bills.
What?
And then about 2 months later, she promised me a promotion and a raise that never came. She forced us to do morning prayers every day and admitted she was transphobic because that's how God made them.
Where did you work? I'm sorry, but was anyone else thinking cult? Because that's what I've got on my mind. This is some cult stuff. She has you praying, sending pictures of your outfit, pushing her religious beliefs on y'all. Where the heck did you work and how did you last so long? Please tell me. I mean, I get it. You got bills to pay and sometimes you gotta tough out a crappy job to pay the bills, but like, whoa. This sounds like one of those cults you see in like Netflix documentaries. New boss, we can't keep any good workers. Everyone around here just quits. Boss, nobody wants to work. Me, that's crazy. Me after 2 months realizing it's because employees are overworked, underpaid, while being understaffed. I mean, that's usually how it goes. If you have worked in retail or fast food or any type of like customer service job like that, you know. Oftentimes, your shift, you're understaffed. So then you're overworking yourself because they won't just put on enough staff and you're doing all that extra work for minimal pay. Underpaid is like a fair statement to say. I still think majority of people in life are underpaid. Like minimum wage just hit $15 over here in Ontario. That's rough. Like living off $15 in Toronto, it's just genuinely not possible. That's why you have to get second jobs. Ooh, a text. Yes, bad chest pains. I was sitting down for about 20 minutes and was still hurting. Bending and breathing hurts a lot too. What the heck? Why? What were you doing? I've been on Dine side and refilled sauce bottles, that's all, but I did clock out for break. Why do you need 3 days off for funeral? We need you to please start being here. You're a good worker, but it means absolutely nothing if you're never here. It's a funeral we're talking about. Thank you, Michael, but I never called out except for family emergency. You know, can't plan family emergencies. In the last 5 years, I've lost 2 grandmas, uncle, an aunt, and other uncle 24/7 care from a major stroke. Monday and Wednesday, I'm off for school. I just need Thursday and Friday so I can work Tuesday. It doesn't matter how much time someone needs off for a funeral, whether they take a 2-week leave, whether they take a 5-day leave. I mean, they're just requesting it, first of all, but you don't get to choose someone's like grieving period. Just saying, do better, man. These bosses need to do better.
Here's a dramatic reenactment of the worst job I've ever had. Hi, I'm here to babysit your 11 and 13-year-old children, even though I'm 17 and they can watch themselves. I want you to call and message me every single time you come in or out of the house with the kids. Also, I'm going to be calling you periodically and multiple times throughout the day. I'm not doing that. I'm only going to go into work 5 times this summer. That means I'm going to work from home. And it's just going to be you, me, the kids, and the maid here all day. Hey, 13-year-old, can you please go change out of your pajamas because I let you spend yesterday in your pajamas and your mom explicitly told me that she doesn't want you in your pajamas every day? How dare you tell my 13-year-old daughter what to do? She doesn't need a babysitter. She can take care of herself. Then why did you hire me? 11-year-old, can you please come downstairs because your friend's here and I know that you didn't want him here and I know that your mom invited him without you wanting him here, but please, because I'm not going to entertain your little friends. I'm going to sign my son up for camp and then when you can't take him because he'll be at his dad's half the week, he's going to be so mad at you and blame you. We actually have a lot of fun when we're around your place and chill when you're not around. Also, I don't think I'm going to come back. Well, I was going to tell you that you didn't need to come back anyway, so this works out perfectly. Scene.
That is beyond annoying and extra for a babysitting job. I don't even know how you lasted so long. I have done my fair share of babysitting back in the day when I was younger, because when you're like a preteen, you need some extra cash. You can go and take a babysitting course and get your certificate. And I did just that, okay? Yeah, babysitting sucks. If the kids suck, it sucks. Or if the kids are great, but the parents suck, it sucks. Yeah, that's why I'm not a mom. I like kids. I actually worked with kids for years as an EC. I love kids, but when it comes to your own, there's just something that brings me joy about being able to give the kid back at the end of the day. So you'd think I'd like babysitting. I would babysit for money. The same way I've worked with kids, and I really enjoyed it because like, they're not mine.
Niels, tell me the moment when you realized that your workplace was...
Woo, I've been waiting for this one. I worked at a restaurant whenever I was pregnant with my son. I started working there whenever I wasn't showing like at all. And then one day I was showing my ultrasound pictures to some coworkers, and my boss, who was a man, saw it and he was like, "You're pregnant?" And I was like, yeah, I am, 5 months. Woohoo! Anyways, so about a month later, he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, I think you're just getting too fat to work here. It's just not going to work out." And I was like, "So you're firing me because I'm pregnant?" He was like, "No, I'm firing you because you're just getting too big to work here." And I was like, "Well," I was like, "if you fire me because I'm pregnant, I'm suing your ass." And he was like, "Fine, then I won't fire you." And then the next day, another boss, who's also a dude, comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, we're placing you on early maternity leave." And I was like, "So you're firing me because I'm pregnant?" He was like, "Nope, just placing you on maternity leave at 5 months." Long story short, I sued the company. Another girl who was pregnant sued the company. I won my case and got $54,000. Thanks.
Oh my God, that is the ending I was hoping for. I'm so excited for you. What job were you working? I'm just curious as to why this man felt that he could just say like, "You're too fat for this job." Like, what job is requiring you to not be pregnant? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to understand why he even was that arrogant. Not that it is valid by any means, but I'm just nosy and I'm curious. All I care about is that you won this lawsuit, okay? And 54 G's, baby. I wish she almost named the company, because then we could expose them all. But she's mature and I'm not.
Tell me your boss is toxic without telling me your boss is toxic. I'll go first.
Accounts payable manager.
So what did the vendor say when you talked to them?
Well, they said the invoice had 2 line items that... No, what did the vendor say when you... They said the 2 line items were showing the wrong...
Don't interrupt me. What did they say when you talked to them?
I guess I don't understand the question.
Thank you! I'm asking, when can we expect payment?
They said the invoice would be paid when we changed the 2 line items.
What line items?
Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I was getting like frustrated. If you would just let me talk and let me explain, you get all your answers in my one little paragraph that I'm about to say to you. But no. They're arrogant and they have no patience, and I feel like everyone knows someone like this in their life, even if they're not a boss. Like that, I was like, whew, I felt my frustration because I've been there. The worst boss I've ever had tried to threaten to call the cops on me if I try to come pick up my final paycheck. So I showed up with a police escort and filed a complaint with the Department of Labor. I'm not gonna be able to play the song for copyright claim reason, but just know that it was a bop and I really liked it. Anyways, another success story that I just love to see. Right when I read the first part, I'm like, that is very illegal. You cannot threaten to call the police if I come to pick up my last paycheck. Like, no, well then mail it to me. Like, honestly, I don't care, just get me my paycheck. But here we are, police escort, baby. It's like, you don't even need to call. Let me save you that phone call. I'm gonna bring them with me. Love to see it.
Who is the worst boss you've ever had and why? I'll start. One of my bosses told me that I wasn't good at my job because I'm Jewish.
Oh.
Yeah, that really happened.
Well then, I don't really know what to say. Like, okay. It's not even funny. It's just like, what does being Jewish have any? It's just so unnecessary. That's all I can say. It's very unnecessary. It quite literally doesn't even make sense, but sure. I mean, do you really want to work for someone like that anyways? No, especially for what they're making probably. It's always funny when you get treated the worst, it's in the jobs that don't pay you enough. Like, you can find a job that pays well and the people are so nice, but it's like, so how are these mother effers out here acting like arrogant a-holes and paying me less? Gap! Ooh, we're exposing the company. I love it. it. I love it. Gap outlets. Hi, blank. Thanks for your interest in the seasonal sales associate position at Gap Outlets. We've reviewed your application. Unfortunately, you are not the right fit for the position at this time. I'm sorry for the disappointing news. Best of luck in your job search. Sincerely, Daniel. Someone wrote, Dan, I've been working here for a month. That is so awkward. That is so awkward. Not to mention, that just makes this boss look like absolute garbage because it's like, are you even reading who you're sending these emails to? Are you even taking the time to get to know your employees at all? You're firing them basically by saying like, oh, we're not actually gonna let you have the job. And it's like, you actually hired me a month ago. Come on now, Gap. Do better. What program are you people putting up for the picnic? Everyone is preparing. Employee. My friend is coming from Vizag. I have to meet her. She has gone through a lot since we last met. Lymphoma, surgery, chemotherapy and all. Get together has been planned 2 months ago. I cannot come for the picnic. Boss. Reschedule your meet, employee, but there are so many people who will have to reschedule their plans. I will try. Okay, you're just being way too nice about this by saying like, oh, I'll try. I'd be like, F off. Like seeing a friend who just went through chemotherapy and surgery and all that, like, no. Life is too short. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do what's best for me and I'm gonna go visit with my friend and your picnic will be just fine. You have other employees. Like a picnic. That's no. Well, these are some entitled bosses who need to learn how to respect their employees. Maybe there's bosses out here who see this and can take a few notes. Maybe. Anyways, let me know if you ever had a terrible boss. I want to hear your stories. Give me the tea. I mean, you can leave it anonymous if you want, but like, I want the juicy stuff. Subscribe so you don't miss these juicy stories and leave a like if you enjoyed this video, but I'll see you next time. Bye guys.